story time. It was the year 2000, right before the dot-com bubble burst, and the whole internet world just went on tilt. I decided to start my very first business, and it was an e-commerce business, but we were manufacturing personal care products. So soaps, lotions, bath gels, bath salts, those type of things. And we were directly in competition with some of the big box stores that you would know today. And we were very successful even through the dot-com bubble bursting. But here's the problem. We worked our butts off because we were manufacturing product. We were hand creating, and in some cases, custom ordering product to ship around the world. Now, don't get me wrong. We were featured in Entrepreneur Magazine and we were in Vegan Times. Our product was even in the Valentine's edition of Red Book Magazine, which means it came out in January, right before the holidays. We were on QVC and so many other places. We had our product in gift shops from Key West, Florida, all the way up to Maine. And our products were being used in bed and breakfast. So we had a lot of clients, hundreds of clients, and we were shipping thousands of units around the world each year. And we were becoming profitable. And then around the year 3, 4, we decided to sell. That's when I went back to get my master's degree, and I focused on coaching and mentoring because I had this idea, number one, that people need help out there. People don't know what they don't know. I've said this before in videos. But what I was really aiming to do was to start a business, an online business, where I was going to use my brains rather than my muscle. Now, don't get me wrong, I could use some more muscle, and that's why I go to the gym every day. But here's the point. The reason why I teach people how to start online businesses is because in this day and age, and I'm filming this in the year 2022, December to be specific, the end of the year, right now in the early 21st century, we have tools and technology. We have the internet. We have so many ways to reach the consumer market, whether it's business to consumer or business to business. And you can find ways to work smarter, not harder. And that's really what I was all about, because we had really killed ourselves for 3 years, long days, sometimes worrying about margins, and we had to buy raw materials. And then we had this time where our supplier decided that they weren't going to send us product, and it wasn't, to begin with, it wasn't their fault. They couldn't get the product, but we realized we couldn't rely on a middle person. We had to go right to the manufacturer for raw materials. And so that started us on a whole other journey and a whole other level. It was very stressful. It was long hours, a lot of heavy lifting, and a lot of manual labor. And sometimes even, getting my aunts and uncles and cousins and mom and dad and in-laws and so forth to help me. So it was not for the faint of heart or the weak of muscle to do that. And I'm not saying that you can't do that. If you want to start a candle company or a soap company or whatever company where you're going to hand make something, manufacture something, because that's what you're good at and that's what you're passionate about, please don't take what I'm saying the wrong way. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to teach people how they could start a business, whether it was, retelling the stuff that they made, or that they would be able to create some sort of system where they sold their knowledge. And that's really what I do now. I've been teaching for about 12 years at the higher education level, in universities. And I have spoken around the world and I've done all these things. But the reality is I have real world hands-on experience. I've done this over and over again, and I've worked with people. And so one of the areas that I like to teach people is how to take what they know, their knowledge, and to turn it into a revenue generating product. So you can have some sort of coaching or mentoring. You can do consulting work. You can have some sort of educational product where they buy the product, and maybe you have a suite of trainings that go along with it, and maybe there's add-ons to that. And this is the type of thing that I teach on our website and through our mentoring program, the Founder Circle. And I want to make sure that you are aware of what we do as you are trying to figure out what you're going to do in the year 2023, because it's only a few days away at the time of the recording of this video. But if you've been thinking about starting your own business, I really want you to seriously consider this as an option where, for a very low fee, because I want to make this accessible to people, and you can start and stop whenever your finances allow you to. But what I want to do is make this accessible to people, because a lot of people think they have to go back to college to get a degree so that they can start a business. Now, I have a lot of higher ed experience and background, and have taught business school for years now, over 6 years to be exact. And I'm going to tell you, you have everything you need to start a business right now. You just need the knowledge of how to do it. I'm inviting you over to the Founder Circle. Go to my website, links in the bio and links somewhere with this video, and check it out, because you can start a business. And it doesn't have to be complicated. You could start with one idea and just build from it. Now, if you're going to do this where you're going to use your expertise, you need to be ready to be on a microphone or even a video. So if you're saying, I don't want to be on video, well, you can do podcasts, or you can talk into the microphone and have, maybe in the background video of you doing this or someone else doing it. And so you see your hands or something. You don't have to be on video, but you may have to be on audio. I'm going to tell you that audio, video, that's where it's going. And if you think about it, when you are looking at your cell phone and you have it in that portrait, layout there, that is video right now. That's where the video is going. So you'll find that I do a lot of TikTok, and I'm trying to do, YouTube shorts, and you'll find these videos on my Facebook page. All of this is really important to getting the message out about what you do. Now, one of the very key things that you can do to get started is to sit down and think about what it is you're good at. What is it you're good at? When you say that, I want you to, when you look at what you're good at, I want you to look at it in the context of what you know how to do. Okay. What are you good at? What do you know how to do? And make sure that you're good at it. And then I also want you to be sure that you're going to be passionate about that thing. So if you're really, really good at something, let's say you're good at accounting, but you're not passionate about accounting, then accounting is your day job as you're doing this side hustle to get your business going. Okay. What I want you to do is think about what you're passionate about and good at. What do you like to do? And what are you good at? Obviously, you have to have knowledge and experience in that area in order to teach it, or to extend knowledge onto someone, or coach someone, mentor someone. All of that is really important. But sit down with a piece of paper and a pen or pencil or whatever, crayon or whatever. Sit down and think about, what is it that you're good at? What is it you like to do? And what are you passionate about? Find the place where those things marry together, and you're going to have gold. You're going to have a gold mine. Now, what are the next steps? Well, you're going to need to start a business. What's the, platform that you're going to get the message out? And honestly, you don't have to wait to get everything formal. You don't have to have a website and, all these training videos done. Start putting out content now. If you're comfortable getting in front of the camera, do it. If you're not comfortable, practice. If you go back and look at my YouTube videos from, 10, 12 years ago, they're terrible. And I just keep getting better and better. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to have a bomb along the way. You are too. I mean, we're human, and Sometimes we mess things up. But the idea is you practice, you get better. How did I get this good talking in front of a camera? Practice doing it over and over again. Now, obviously, I have some equipment that I've collected over the time, like this microphone on a nice boom, mic boom, and I've got a nice digital camera, a 1080p Logitech, and I've got a light ring, and I've got a standing desk that goes up and down, and you can see all that. I've got all that, but you don't need to start with that. If you have a phone, whether it's an iPhone or an Android like I have, if you have a laptop or a computer that has some sort of capabilities to do video, I would get a microphone though. You don't need to spend $100 on a microphone like this. You can go to Walmart or some other big box store right now. You go to their electronics section. A lot of them are selling podcast microphones. In fact, I saw a podcast microphone in Five and Below, I think it was. So that means it was like $5 or $10 for this microphone. I don't know how good it is, so don't quote me on that. But the point I'm trying to make is don't use the microphone built into your laptop. Your microphone in your phone may be okay to get started. I mean, I do my TikTok videos with it, so I mean, it's fine. But at some point, you're going to want to get a microphone, especially if you're doing it through your laptop or your desktop. You'll want to get a microphone that will help you. And you just need to get started. Get your content out there. Start talking to people about what it is you do. You don't need to be a blatant salesman about it. I mean, I know I've kind of mentioned what I do and where you can get that information, but what I want to do is instill information to you for free. And that is to get started by thinking about what you're good at, thinking about what you're going to be passionate about, finding a way to marry those things, and just get started getting on social media and just sharing that information. That is where you're really going to see things take off. Okay, I'm going to get out of here. Hope you have a great day. And if you need anything, check out my website or my other social media, MaximumChange.com. See you soon.